I don't know whether you agree with my observation, pero marami nakakapansin ito, no? Parang performance level, yung yung dating ng ibang mga kongresista o senador pagdating dito sa investigasyon. What do you make of this?
Well, yung performance nila kasi syempre, agenda setting una, mind conditioning. Syempre, kailangan sila yung mukhang galit sa corruption para in case magkaroon ng issue of corruption against them, they can say na, ay, pinupolitika ako. Or, hindi yan totoo kasi ako nga yung nag-reveal niyan or ako yung galit dyan. But of course, hindi naman tayo tanga. Meron tayong mga nakikita na mas clear, mas walang interest or mas professional about it. We have Congressman Chel Jokno, others who make good motions, yung talagang to clear conflict of interest, na hindi sila mag-appear na bias, but without grandstanding. May iba naman yung nag-grandstand lang talaga kasi parang naguhugas kamay nga to preempt any potential accusations of corruption, because everyone here actually, Christian, grabe talaga, sobrang widespread. Lahat yan madudungis ang mga kamay. Maliban na lang dun sa mga newly elected na alam naman natin independent or parang sila professional yung pinanggalingan, hindi sila naging contractor or what before. Sila yung mas safe dito. Pero halos lahat sa Congress na hindi newly elected, if you're re-elected, sobrang labo, sobrang malabo na hindi ka nadungisan ng mga gantong issues.
Oo. Or at the very least, no, imposibleng hindi nila alam nung marami sa kanila yung mga shenanigans dyan sa budget process na nagbigay daan dito sa limpak-limpak na allocations para sa flood control and other infra projects. Now, speaking of grandstanding, sino ba yung mga napapansin mo lately na tipong, for lack of a better term, no, mga best actor pagdating dito sa mga investigasyon?
Baka yung iba, they have different opinions. No? Ako, I'll just pick out particularly two. Because dalawa yon I can justify talaga. Sa Senado, dalawa. Senator Bongo, Senator Joel Villanueva. Sa outside Senate, ibang usapan muna. No? Because syempre, pinaka tinutukan at nauna yung September 1, Senate hearing. Swinerte sila, pumunta pa si Sara Diskaya. Kaya viral talaga yung hearing that day. No? Compared, let's say, maybe kahapon dun sa House hearing na hindi ganon ka-viral. Pero sinundan pa din ng mga tao. Si Senator Bongo kasi, lang siya, appear siya sa hearing, chaired by Senator Marcoleta, just to give parang privilege speech. Tapos sobrang ikli lang nung tanong niya na ganto-ganyan, na talagang really to maghugas kamay na wala akong involvement here. Yung family ko man, may business na contractors, CLTG, pero wala akong kinalaman dyan. Unang hugas na kamay niya. Tapos second, ewan ko kung scripted or off-script, pero tinanong niya si Sara Diskaya kung may joint venture daw ba yung company niya or company ng family niya. Sorry. Yung company ng family niya with the Diskaya companies like St. Gerard. Sabi naman ni Sara Diskaya, meron. Pero wala nang ganong masyadong follow-up si Bongo para magugas kamay except to say walang ghost project or above board lot. So, yung kay Senator Bongo, very conspicuous yung pag-grandstand kasi yung hearing is you're supposed to ask questions Generally, ganun yung hearing. But it seemed like he gave a privileged speech. So, that's one.
Time out. Pero laging pero parang laging ganun man ang style ni Bongo no? Hindi naman talaga nagtatanong yan Puro privileged speech Hindi ko maintindihan kung bakit ganun yung style niya Pero it's very Bongo, di ba?
It's very Bongo, pero it's also very obvious because nagsa-stand out siya dun sa iba. Yung iba kasi mas nag-probe. Di ba, mas nagtatanong kahit hindi ko masyado gusto si Senator Jinggoy, but at least nagtatanong siya. Of course, may mga hypocrisy issues din yan with the Napoles list. Pero nagsa-stand out si Senator Bongo kasi parang lahat ng ibang senador gigil na gigil magtanong And yet siya parang, ay, lang ako, pumunta lang ako, hey, hello, hi, andito lang ako, may sabihin lang muna ako to clarify, i-preempt ko, disclaimer, tapos alis na ako. Di ba? So, stand out.
Pag ganun, dapat nag-resource person ka na rin, no? Para natanong ka
ang resource person doon para kay Senator Bongo, at tatanungin siya, anong ibig sabihin ng CLTG? Bakit CLTG yung pangalan ng company ng tatay mo? We all know, and of course, syempre may pinost na ako about that, hindi lang naman akong una nagsabi niya, nagpa-viral na yan. CLTG stands for the full name of Senator Bongo, which is Christopher Lawrence Tesoro Go. So, it's actually his initials. Kung initials, kung company kasi yan ng tatay niya or ng mga kapatid niya, bakit hindi initials or related sa tatay or kapatid niya? Ba't naging initials niya? But of course, yun nga, ang hugas kamay niya, wala daw siyang kinalaman. Of course, hindi naman tayo pinanganak kahapon to automatically believe that. But let's hope na may mga lumabas pang ibang incriminating evidence. But so far, sa ganung palusot pa lang, hindi na tayo maniniwala.
Tsaka pag ganun, tatanggapin na lang ba pag sinabi mo wala kang kinalaman dito sa negosyo ng pamilya mo? Nandun nga yung unang-unang duda, di ba? Pwede mo ba namang basta-basta na lang sabihin, tapos maniniwala na lang kami. Parang ganito, yung sinabi ni Senator Cheese, no? Hindi raw siya nakialam doon sa flood control projects na na-corner nitong si Lubiano. Nagbigay ng 30 million sa kanya. Tapos sinabi ni Lubiano in his personal capacity. Ang tanong, in your personal capacity, paano mo naman kinita yung 30 million? Hindi makinita mo rin yan, yung malaking bahagi yan doon sa kumpanya na nagkaroon ng malaking contract. I mean, yun ang logical na pag-iisip, hindi ba?
Napag-usapan na natin yan. I think I was on the show or maybe kay Richard. Di ba yung sa liability for sa SOSE na dinierya ni Senator Cheese, no? Ang unang gusto kong i-clarify dyan agad, because hindi yata natin napag-usapan noon, may lumabas ng mga opinions, of course, si Comelec Chair George Garcia or even si Attorney Makalintan. Ako kasi, ang opinion ko dyan, applicable yan kahit na personal donation because may legal principle naman na what can not be done directly cannot be done indirectly una. Si Senator Marcoleta nga actually agrees with me. If you recall sa hearing niya, may banat siya na piercing the veil of corporate fiction. Meaning, kahit company yan, pag napatunayan na the person in his personal capacity was actually just like a front or a shell acting on behalf as a proxy for the company, pwede yung i-pierce. So, pwede pa din siya maging liable. But of course, yan yung face level, superficial level na palusot. By the way, kunwari ako naman ng lawyer ni Lawrence Lubiano, that's what I would also advise him. Manonotice mo yan, Christian, na hinabol niya kay Congressman Chel Jokno yung clarification because Congressman Chel did not probe kung personal or official capacity and then parang naalala ni Lawrence kasi tinapik siya ng abogado niya who I know, a good friend of mine, tinapik siya to remind him siguro. Hindi ko to sigurado, pinapanood ko lang yung hearing, nasa likod ni Lawrence Lubiano yung lawyer niya, parang remind siya, idagdag mo yan, i-clarify mo kasi kulang yung sagot mo. So,
para on record.
Yes, on record and yun naman yung official na result. Pero going back dun sa sinasabi mo na parang 30 million donation, etc. Ito facts lang, nothing libelous. Actual facts. Is it a coincidence or may correlation ba na after ng donation sa SOSE ni Cheese 30 million for the 2022 campaign, after 2022, why is it na mas lumaki or lumobo yung mga kontratang na-award or nababag ng Center Waste Construction ni Lawrence Lubiano compared to before naging senador si Senator Cheese? It's just factual.
Meron pa, factual. Bakit karamihan dun sa mga flood control projects siya naman ang umamin, nasa Sorsogon?
Bakit? Ano ba meron sa Sorsogon? Syempre, home province niya yon, quote-unquote, Baluarte. Hindi naman din tayo pinanganak kahapon. Journalists like you, political analysts like me, if people will call me a political analyst, may concept ng Baluarte. That's why si Joel Villanueva, isundot natin ng onte, di ba? Kaya din siya naki-question about Bulacan because it's a known home province niya na talagang yung mga politicians there, quote-unquote, inaalagaan niya in the sense na ang sasabihin ni Joel in a nice way, no? Syempre, pinapakinggan niya yung mga needs ng constituents niya or clamor ng mga local officials there. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's also nothing wrong factually. Baluarte ni Joel Villanueva ang Bulacan, Baluarte naman ni Cheese ang Sorsogon. It's also a question, connected dots, bakit dumami after 2022 and bakit most of the projects went to Sorsogon, home province ni Senator Cheese.
Speaking of Joel, kanina binanggit mo siya doon sa dalawa na binabanggit mong nag-grandstand, no, on the part of the Senate. What do you think of the way he's been dealing with this controversy? Although kanina na-monitor ko sa balita, no, he was threatening to file cases doon sa mga nagpapakalat daw ng fake news. Oo.
Baka makasuhan ba tayo? Baka makasuhan ba ako? Ako kasi, ang ano ko dyan kay Senator Joel, ang problema ko sa kanya, before the hearing ni Marcoleta, hindi pa sa hearing ni Marcoleta, no, parang tinanong niya yata si Sec Bonoan. I can't recall if it was the September 1 hearing, pero meron siyang parang grandstanding kay Bonoan na, Secretary, sabihin mo nga sa akin, did I ever lobby for a project? Did I ever request for etc. blah blah blah, ganon. So parang gusto niyang i-prove nga, like si Senator Bongo, hugas kamay, wala akong connection dyan. Ako naman, ang counter-rebuttal ko dyan, factual lang, we have proven na ang budget insertion for 2025 from the Senate was 142 billion. One fact. Second fact, the biggest gain sa budget insertion, which is hindi dumaan sa DBM, hindi dumaan kay Presidente sa NEP, yung National Executive Budget Program, hindi yan dumaan sa normal BICAM, dumaan yan sa small committee or dumaan yan way after small committee, yung visit ni Chis Escudero sa House of Representatives on Bonifacio Day. This is documented by Politico.ph, hindi ako ang nagsusplok niyan. So, ang second fact natin, the highest gainer sa budget insertion, 142 billion, was 12 billion for Bulacan. And third fact, again, that is the home province of Senator Joel Villanueva. The fourth fact na i-relate natin dun sa kanyang threat of cyber libel, no? Kasi naiinis daw siya sa mga fake news, kinoconnect daw siya kay Henry Alcantara just because naglalabas ng pics na magkasama sila, ini-insinuate na may something, no? Una, kaya yun lumalabas, not just by me, no, by other people, is because he was grandstanding nga kay Bonoan. Have I ever lobbied for a project in Bulacan, etc., etc.? So pinakita ng mga tao, kilala mo pala si District Engineer. That's one. Second, Christian, baka hindi napanood ni Senator Joel, may video. May video si Henry Alcantara sinasabi, si Senator Joel, talagang mabait yan. Dinala niya itong project na to. Hindi ko nga sure kung ginamit ni Henry Alcantara yung words na lobby. Basta ang point ng video...
Kinukulit yata. Ang term yata yung kinukulit siya.
Kinukulit, ayun. Hahanapin ko kasi ulit eh. But napanood mo, tama ka. Sabi ni District Engineer Alcantara, kinukulit ako ni Senator Joel, baka pwede naman nating pondohan itong project na ito, ganyan. That is lobbying. Ang lobbying kasi, it's not a libelous term, Christian. No? Ang lobbying can have a positive and a negative connotation using the English grammar or context, no? English lesson, English 101 for Senator Joel, when we see naglalobby ang politician, ang tayo, we lobby by using our voices right now. We are lobbying for good governance, we are lobbying for anti-corruption, etc. A politician can lobby for a project and there's nothing wrong with that. But negative connotation is if meron siyang nilalobby because may personal benefit or corruption. So, that is the fourth or fifth fact na ba tayo na may videos si Henry Alcantara na sinasabi kinukulit siya ni Senator Joel. So anong punto nun? Winirebat ko lahat ng grandstanding ni Joel kay Secretary.
May nagko-comment kasi rito kasi baka nagkamali akong recollection dun sa video. Hindi ko alam kung sino man nangungulit na sinabi ni Henry Alcantara. Si Joel ba kapatid niya? Sabi rito kasi nung isang nanonood, yung kapatid daw, no? Pero ang understanding ko, binabanggit yata si Joel, no? Anyway, wala nang masama kung sinabi nangungulit, 'di ba? Kasi that could have meant many different things, 'di ba? Baka managlalambing dahil talagang may tulong sa constituents yung proyekto, 'di ba?
Correct. Lobbying yon. It can be a good thing, no? And then wala ding masama, Christian, we have to clarify. Sa atin, sa netizens, sa journalists, or mga commentators like me, if ang interpretation, ang sabi kasi ng Supreme Court sa libel, no, it's not libelous if it's reasonably informed or if it can be reasonably inferred from a fact or from the news. So kung ako, nagbasa ako ng balita or napanood ko yung video, I can reasonably infer na naglalobby si Senator Joel doon sa project. So now I can criticize him by connecting yung grandstanding niya kay Bonoan na naglobby ba ako, nangulit ba ako ever, pwede ko na siyang i-criticize. Hindi na yon fake news.
At saka, sa akin naman, ang mga public officials natin, huwag naman balat sibuyas, di ba? Kasi dapat mas mataas ang appetite nila when it comes to criticism by virtue of their position and by virtue of their mandate, di ba? Huwag naman masyadong napipikon sa ganyan.